Hey, I'm back. Last time we left off, we did a raid. I low-key got my ass handed to me, but it's alright. I'm gonna go see... Actually, no, I don't care about that. I was gonna grab whatever webs I have sitting in the spider farm, but... I'm sure I got like 16 in there. I don't care about 16 spider webs. What I do want is to make a bunch of sticks. Because the more sticks I have, the more emeralds I get. These are all done smelting. Oh, I'm out of raw copper. Alright. What do you know? So I need to do a couple of things. First, I'm gonna get 2 mending books. Maybe more, actually. At least 3 would probably be ideal. Are you my... You're not mending. You're my paper guy, though. Where's our mending guy? Hello, sir. We need a couple of these. Thank you very much. Your Fisher. I need the Fletcher. Should be in this house. Hello. Cool. I just finished watching... I think the movie was called The Shallows. I'm gonna be honest. Not that great of a movie. It was fine. Just give me fish. Why'd you just give me fish? Okay. He was like, here's a little extra because I love you. That's fine. I think this is fine. So, we're gonna fly back. I don't think there's anything else I want to do at the village that I really care about. The movie was, alright. I don't know. I didn't really think I was gonna like it, and then I watched it, and I was like, why did I watch this? It was about, like, this girl who went to fucking somewhere in Mexico. They said the name of their place, like, one time. She went somewhere in Mexico, and she went to this, like, secret beach that nobody knows about, that, like, only her mom knew about, and then whatever. And she gets, like, attacked by a great white shark. You know, a bunch of stuff happens. Oh. So there's a new copper update that I haven't installed yet. Do I wait on making stuff out of copper until I have that update? Yeah? Yes, no? I don't know. Anyways, I need XP. Let's go mining. I'm going to... I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I want to put... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to do this. I guess we'll just keep the unenchanted helmet on for now. Do I have anything in here? Well, I have really shit on it. I don't really want to lose these boots. So I'm going to put mending on them. I didn't bring the mending book. Yeah, and so she gets attacked by a great white shark. She gets stuck on like this little rock island, but then high tide comes and like, you know, washes away the rocks, so she has to, you know, swim to another buoy. This guy like tries stealing her stuff while she's stranded on the little rock island. It's kind of funny because he goes and he tries to steal the stuff, and then as he's doing that, he sees her surfboard like floating out in the water, and his greedy ass, he's sitting there and he goes, "Hey, free surfboard." Not questioning why this girl's like sitting out there not using her surfboard. She like got his attention, and he was like stealing her stuff out of her bag that was left on the beach. And sorry, let me put my phone on silence. Anyways, he goes out there to like try to steal her surfboard too, and he gets, you know, torn in half by the shark. And then these other guys go out there, and she's like, "No, don't go in the water," and they're like trying to surf, and they're like, "Nah, it's cool, like sharks don't come here." And then the sharks kill both of them, and then whatever. She ends up killing the shark. The way she killed the shark was actually kind of badass. I feel like it wouldn't work. What am I doing? What? I want to enchant my boots. I feel like the way she killed the shark wouldn't have worked. She pulled like she was swimming towards essentially just a giant spike or a series of spikes. A cluster of spikes would be a better descriptor. She was swimming towards it, and the shark was following her. I'm sorry, that was my Discord. I hope this guy doesn't try to call me right now. Let me message him back. And so my Discord's gonna go off again, I'm sorry. He's probably just gonna say okay. I told him to give me a minute. So she's swimming towards this cluster of spikes. The shark is chasing after her. And then, like, last minute, she dodges out of the way so that she doesn't hit the spikes, and the shark does. And I'm like, I don't think... Now, the way she was doing it, she was being pulled by, like, a heavy chain that was pulling her straight down into the spikes. And so that's why she was able to, like, kind of outpace the shark in terms of speed. But I'm also like, I don't think you could outmaneuver the shark, because she, like, last minute lets go of the chain and dodges to the side. And I'm sitting here thinking, I don't think that a shark is going to fall for that. I don't know. I don't really care. It was badass looking. It was just something that I noticed. That I was like, that feels inconsistent. But also, the movie was entirely inconsistent. I don't know. There's no reason for the shark to sit there. Oh. That's kind of cool. There's no reason for the shark to sit there and circle her for over 2 days. The reason they gave, and, you know, I guess. My answer to this is I guess. I guess you're right. Yeah, that is a reason. The shark was hanging out near essentially a feeding ground because there was a dead whale nearby. And so she, like, pulled up on the shark's feeding ground. I'm just going to go down this way and start strip mining. Why not? Why not strip mine a little bit? And so she pulled up on the shark's feeding ground, and that's why it was hanging around for so long. The thing is, I don't know why the shark would have, like, a personal vendetta against her. There's no, like, reason for that. Okay, I did bring torches. I'm gonna do this. Let's do it like this. No reason for the shark to have a personal vendetta against her, to the point where he's, like, circling her on that rock. And you know, he's attacking the buoy that she ends up on. I'm just like, what's going through the shark's brain? It should be chilling out near that dead whale, which is like, I don't know, maybe 60 to 100 yards away from her. You know, and eating all the fish that are coming to feed off of the dead whale. But the shark's not doing that. The shark's just like tunnel visioned on trying to kill her. It's just, you know, whatever. It's a movie. I'm trying to make sense out of a fictional movie. The ending was so bad. The ending was so terrible. So when she got attacked by the shark, she ends up with this like gash on her leg, and she also gets like stung by a bunch of jellyfish. She hits her head on a couple of things, whatever. She escapes. Shark is dead. She gets like rescued by this dude. And then it cuts to black and it says 1 year later. Now, they said earlier in the movie, she was on a phone call with her dad. Her and her dad were fighting. He was like, I just don't see why you would come so far in medical school and then just like give up. And I'm thinking like, okay, she did a couple of years. Maybe she's got another year to go or so. Even 2 years, you know, that's still like you've gone so far in medical school. And she's like, you know, whatever, like, what's the point of helping people when you have people like Mom who died of cancer? Like, you can't even help those people, so I don't want to help anybody. Whatever, right? Understandable excuse as to why you would want to go through med school. Having a you know, parental figure die to a, you know, disease that you can't do anything about no matter how hard you fight. Anyways, right. Cuts to black. It says a year later. And she's standing on a beach in Texas. She lives in Texas. Bro, just have her live in California. We don't need her to be special. We don't need... Oh, well, she's different because she's a surfer from Texas, not from... You guys didn't know that surfers existed in Texas, did you? No, because that's not the stereotype of Texans. Just stereotype her and make her a Californian. Every Californian... Okay, I shouldn't say this. Most Californians that I know actually have never been surfing. I've been here before. This is weird. You know, anyways... They're like, oh yeah, you know, a year later, and let's do it like that. That should work. I have to burp. Excuse me. I realized that I muted my Discord and not my mic, but I think I did it away enough from the mic where you guys didn't hear it. You hear me muting and unmuting my fucking Discord. Jesus Christ. Something wrong with me. So it cuts to her being on a beach in Texas. And it's like shows the scar on her leg. And then she's standing there with her little sister. Her little sister's waxing up her surfboard. And she goes, "Are you ready, Dr. Adams?" Doctor? Bitch, you telling me. You are telling me. Because let's be so realistic, right? She probably got back to the States in like within the week of being found. Medical treatment and everything. I'm sure she was in the hospital for at least a month. And you're telling me that she got her doctorate. I don't know if we know how school works. You don't just like get your... that's not something that you just... Oh, I almost died. I feel like getting my doctorate now. You know, I'm close enough. That's not... it's crazy. It's crazy. You gotta fucking write a whole thesis and everything. You're telling me that that's stuff that takes people a long ass time to do. So, because for her to graduate that same year, or within a year, would mean that she pretty much already had everything done. Because that last year is like, everything's pretty much done. You just have a few like loose ends that you gotta tie up. You told me she was about to be like, actually, I don't feel like being a doctor. Shut the hell up. The dad is... Mom would be proud of you. Shut the hell. Why would mom be proud of her? Because she got her doctorate? Or because she... Yeah, I'm proud of her because she fucking killed a damn shark in its own home turf. That's kind of crazy. How many diamonds do you think I passed? Cool, thanks for the gold. It's just crazy stuff, you know. Movies need to have better endings. The ending would have been better if they didn't tell me what happened to her afterwards. If instead she got picked up and, you know, all I got to see was her reuniting with her family in the hospital. That would be a much more satisfying ending. I don't need to know that she became a fucking doctor. That would be implied at that point, that she pursued that. Because when she thought she was gonna die, I feel like I've been here also. I have literally been here. I came out right there, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna bridge across, and I'm almost certain that there's gonna be like a little hole. Yeah. I know, I was here a couple of episodes ago. Alright, well, let's keep going. I'm not too concerned with me mining very close to another like adjacent strip mine because, you know, as long as they're a couple of blocks apart, I might be finding diamond veins that I didn't find before. It's just, you know, the movie is... I need movies to have better endings. I'm not a huge, like, cinephile or anything. I don't, like... I don't sit here and critique every... I don't need the movies to be life-changing, right? I feel like so many people watch movies these days and they're like, I need this shit to be, like, groundbreaking. I need to watch it and have, like, a revelation because of it. You don't. You don't need that. What you need is something that you're gonna watch, and well, let's be honest, most movies these days are at least 2 hours, and that's being generous. 2.5 is looking more likely. You know, you need to sit there for 2.5 hours, and at the end of it, you need to go, that was a good use of my time. If you took a lesson away, bonus points, right? But like, all I'm asking for out of a movie is for me to go, I enjoyed my time during that. And you know, this shark movie, I don't know. I don't know if I enjoyed my time watching that movie. It wasn't bad. I wasn't sitting there like... Obviously, I would have just turned it off if it was that bad. But, like... It also wasn't very good. It kind of just was, right? It just existed. Whatever. Probably why I've never heard anybody talk about it. It's a movie from, like, 2018, I think. Hello. Any diamonds? Diamonds. Holy smokes. A diamond a day keeps the doctor. You ever think about how you could literally say any word there instead of apple? And it still rhymes because you're rhyming day with away. You're not rhyming apple with anything. You can literally say like a gun a day keeps the doctor away. I've seen this video. I saw this video on Instagram. Oh, God. I saw this video on Instagram and the guy was like, I keep eating apples every day, but I'm still seeing the doctor. And it was like this monster in like doctor clothing. Dude, sick concept. Like for like an indie horror game, dude. Somebody needs to make that. Somebody needs to make a game where you have to like survive the day by finding apples to keep the doctor away. That's such a funny and cool concept. If you don't eat enough apples, you know, he chases after you. Tries to eat you. I don't know. That'd be pretty badass, though. I'm feeling a lot better, by the way. I still haven't left the house because... Well, I've left the house to take out the trash. But, like... I'm still limping everywhere I go. I wouldn't even call it a limp. It's more of a hobble. I'm hobbling around. I really want to go to the store. I really, really want to go to the donut store. I've been craving a donut for about 3 days now. I normally don't crave... I don't even really like donuts that much. But for the past 3 days, I've been wanting nothing but a donut. But it's going to be such a pain in the ass to drive down to the donut store and walk in there. And I also don't want to be walking around in public with a freaking limp. Everybody's going to be staring at me like I'm a freak. And I don't want to walk around in public with a cane. Everybody's also going to be staring at me like I'm a freak. I don't know. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Hopefully I make it to class. I can sit upright now, so I shouldn't have that bad of a time existing in a classroom. But the problem is that the college I go to, there's a lot of inclines and declines where you walk. Like, literally where I park, I have to walk about, like, a quarter mile uphill to get, not to my class, but back to my car. I have to walk about a quarter mile uphill, and I don't think I could do that right now. I think an incline would be extremely difficult for me, because obviously walking incline is using your quads, and that's kind of where all of my pain is right in my freaking quad. So I don't know. I don't want to. I mean, I had emailed my professor on Tuesday, and I was like, "Hey, brother, man, I'm not making it to class. Like, the leg isn't functioning as a leg right now." And he emailed me back. He was like, "Hey, no worries, man. Like, rest up, feel better." It's been 4 days now, man. I'm so tired of just being here. It's crazy that I'm strip mining this much and I haven't found a single diamond via strip mining. The only diamonds I found were in a freaking cave. It's criminal. I kind of just want to find one diamond and head back. I'm just gonna head back. Yeah, so that's where we're at with the leg. It sucks being here. And then I have like a little bit of Spam and rice in the fridge, or not in the fridge, in the cupboard. I don't really like Spam. I have it left over from my roommate. My roommate used to cook Spam all the time, and there's a bunch of fucking Spam left in my pantry. And I was like, maybe I'll make Spam musubi. But I don't have any seaweed. And I don't want to drive down to the store to get seaweed, because the nearest store that sells seaweed near my house is, guess what? On a fucking hill. I live in this area, and 90% of the shit around me is hills. Oh my god, it's driving me nuts. It was never a problem until recently. In fact, it was fine until recently, because I was like, you know what? If I ever need a leg exercise, I just go walk around literally anywhere. And I got plenty of inclines. Sorry if you hear the keyboard. This is me trying to get back to my house. It's too much. It's too much being hurt. You know, and you know what I realized? I'm not gonna roller skate anymore the way I was roller skating on this last Saturday, because I would rather get better at doing tricks and feeling comfortable in a way, because right now roller skating for me it feels like walking. It's as easy as walking for me. I want to be able to dance while roller skating. I want to feel more comfortable on skates than I do on my feet. And I'm not going to get that by just like skating around and, you know, passing time doing that. I'm going to get that by practicing
tricks around cones in a parking lot, you know, like, and I'm not gonna fuck up my leg for days on end practicing a couple of tricks around some cones, you know. It's I gotta find somewhere that doesn't outlaw fucking roller skating. You know, my parents, their neighborhood has a like public basketball court, and they recently refurbished the cement on the basketball court, and they installed a sign that says absolutely no roller skating. I used to roller skate there when I lived there, and I'm like, brother, is that for me? Because nobody else in this neighborhood roller skates. So that shit has to be for me. That is crazy to me, because roller skates are not going to mess up your concrete floor. It's rubber wheels. I'm not going to damage your floor at all. I'm still going to do it. What are you going to do? Tell me no? You're going to call the cops on me? Like, you know, fuck off, old man. Anyways, that's the episode. I'll see you guys later. Bye.